Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and today we are playing Subterrain. Now, this is a survival horror game in a science fiction setting with a top-down perspective. You play as Dr. Albert West, who was invited to humanity's first colony on Mars to somehow help with his research towards finding a cure for Alzheimer's, which his wife is currently afflicted with. The rest we can find out by watching the intro and playing through the game's tutorial. Also keep in mind that the extent of what I've played so far has just been the usual testing to make sure that the game worked and that I could record it. Subterrain is also a naturally dark game, and there are no gamma correction options that I could find. I'm going to do what I can to brighten it, but you might be better off watching these videos in full screen anyway. We're going to be playing on the normal difficulty, which seems to make the game a little bit easier than expected, with 20% less thirst and hunger, less damage received, and slightly less contamination effect. That will get explained in a little bit. It also gives us the ability to save from the pause menu, which is really the main reason I want to play on normal. Also, there's going to be a little extra time spent exploring and such. I thought about enabling permadeath to try and make this a sort of roguelike experience, but lately I have been trying to work on my worries about not playing a longer game all in one go. So the plan for today is I'm going to play 5 or 6 videos worth of the game, and then cut things off and move on to something else. I will get back to playing it though. So let's begin a brand new game.
The 4th planet in the solar system, Mars. Humanity's first colony on Mars, MPO. MPO is a new hope for thousands of people seeking a fresh start. I didn't get one though. For over 15 months, I've been confined in MPO's prison, Block B05, Cell 6. My name is, well, was Dr. Albert West. It's just West now, at least to the guards. A lab accident granted me a new title, murderer. I was thrown in here right after. That's all in the past. I've got worse problems now. My rations have run out. The guards are missing. Emergency power's still on. I've been stuck in here for a week. I still can't figure out what happened. When this began, my cell was never open for the day's morning head count. After several hours, my tray slot opened up. It was the guard, Hank. His eyes were strange. I could tell something horrible was going on.
There will be a transfer today. Be ready at 1700 hours. And take this. It'll be your only meal today.
I heard shuffling and whispering through the slot. I couldn't make out what they were saying. My tray slot closed abruptly without another word. A prisoner transfer? And what was going on with Hank's eyes? For a brief moment, I had forgotten I was hungry at all. A siren went off.
Attention, all prisoners. Cells will be opened one at a time. Follow the guards and obey their instructions. Prisoners that fail to comply will be executed on the spot. Cell block B05 is first.
I heard the unmistakable rumble of cell doors opening through the walls.
Cell 1. Cell 2. Cell 3. Cell 4. Cell 5.
Next was my cell. I was ready to get out of here.
Cell 6.
Suddenly, darkness. It was completely silent. I peeked through the gap in the door, but the hall was empty. The guards were gone. Emergency power finally kicked in. The air duct's fan started spinning again, but the door didn't budge. I was stuck. I've tried yelling, pounding, clanking my can. No one's coming. My last resort is the air duct. The fan's barely spinning. Maybe it's safe to pass through by now. I don't have a choice. I can't hold on for much longer. I have to survive. If only to see her one more time.
Alright, that was sort of a long-winded intro, and maybe not the best in voice actor, but now we're actually in the game. I better get moving. God, how long have I been in here? It must have been days since I've last eaten. My head feels like it's about to pop, and my tongue feels like a dry hunk of beef jerky. I can barely stand, but I've got to drag myself up one more time. I can't let it end here. I've got to at least try. Obviously, the door is not something I can pry open by myself in this state. The vent is the only option at this point. The air circulation fan is slowing down, so there's a chance the anti-tampering measures don't have enough juice to be an issue anymore. Should be easy enough to force the vent open if I'm not getting shocked. I better get moving. If emergency power fails, I'll be dead before I can even figure out what's going on. I think it's time to leave. ... The power to the fans finally died. I hope the oxygen generator is still working. Alright, so now we're actually in the game, in Mr. Albert West's cell block, or prison cell, I guess. And then every so often during the tutorial, little information boxes like this pop up. You can read through them all if you want, but I'm just going to let them happen as they will. So here's just a quick rundown of the different controls. There's journal, take all, minimap, WASD to move, quick slot items, which we currently only have 2. I think it depends on what clothing you're wearing, whether or not you have more or less quick slot items. Left click to attack, right click for your temporary shield, which I don't think we have one at the moment, or to drag things around, scroll wheel to swap weapons, interaction, flashlight, examine, dragging thing. It also shows a little video, which is nice. West can drag some objects. Moving objects can sometimes reveal hidden doors, items, or air vents. Moving objects will drain stamina. Yes, in the bottom left, you have different metrics that you have to take care of. Hunger, thirst, sleep. There's also one for needing to use the bathroom, and your stamina, which is on the right side, and your health on the left. In the middle is your current contamination level, which goes up depending on like if you get hit by things or if you eat contaminated food. Alright, so the door is busted. There is a bed we can use, but we don't need to. A toilet we don't need to use. If we try to drink out of the faucet right now, it does have a chance of contamination. I don't think we need to at the moment. But then... Oh, you hit E on a thing and you can open it, but only if it has the little backpack icon. If it has the little square with arrows icon, that means you can grab and drag it. Alright, so the door is obviously malfunctioning and it's not going to let us out, so instead we go down through the vent. Or maybe up through the vent, I'm not sure. Light. Often areas West explores will be dark, but West can use a light source to help him see. Once a light source is equipped, it can be toggled on and off. Flashlights will need a charged power pack in order to function and can be turned off to conserve energy. West will automatically turn his light off during sleeping and traveling by tram to save power. It's pretty dark down here. We do start off with a light stick, which we can still turn that on and off. I guess it was defaulted to off. There is a sort of stealth aspect of the game. You can sneak up on enemies by keeping your lights disabled. Let's continue on through the vents, though. And down into another cell. The Q button is for scanning. West can scan for interactable objects. It will highlight any nearby containers, doors, and items on the ground. This is Jake's cell. He had a serious sweet tooth. There must be a candy stash around somewhere. Alright, so he's got the usual stuff. But in his drawer is a chocolate bar. A candy bar! It's sealed, but it could still be contaminated. Ah, shit, I ate it immediately. That's a little better. I'm still hungry, though. Alright, so I guess double left-clicking will automatically use an item, I guess, or equip it, potentially. Where our current clothing is an MPO prison suit. Which looks like it's almost totally destroyed. Oh yeah, that little shockwave is the examination mode thing. Alright, so we also can hit M to bring up a map, which shows that this is the cell we were in, that's the one we just left, and there is a third one in between that we can only see partially out of. Line of sight is pretty neat in this game, because if something's behind you, see that big gray zone to the left? If something's behind you, you won't be able to actually see it coming, so you have to keep scanning around for enemies and items. Alright, got another cell. Yeah, this is another cell. They have a soft drink. A fizzy drink with a bunch of slogans on it. It's still sealed. Things that have sealed listed in yellow, I believe that means that it does not... I put that in my quick slot. I believe that means it does not have any contamination issues. Alright, there's nothing over there. I do want to see if the vent will take me down to that other cell. It doesn't look like it, though. You know what? Screw it. Let's hop down in this guy's cell. Nothing in the drawer. Oh god, there's like maggots around that body. Doesn't look like I can search the body. Yeah, and there's nothing else there. And the door's broken, so we have to leave through the vents again. It is a little... Well, I was going to say you have to re-explore the vents every time, but in reality it's just you can't see other than what, what do you call it? The cone of light. Alright, so there's another... Oh, okay, so items can be just straight left on the ground, and they will still highlight when you do the examination thing. Vita D, a sealed health drink. Well, sort of quote-unquote healthy. That'll give 50%. I don't currently have a thing that will let me hold items, so I have to bring them to the floor to look at them. 30% thirst. I think I might drink that one. Oh, maybe I can't drink it right off the floor. I have to, there we go. Ah, much better. I need to keep moving. Yeah, so it takes time to drink, and then this little circle will show... It'll count down to show, like, how much time is being taken dealing with the thirst. Alright, so that's another sealed cell. I can't remember if I checked the desk in this one. Alright, I did. It doesn't look like there's anything underneath it, though. No. Alright, let's move on. I'm gonna go back. Let's hop down into this cell, just in case. No, that door was fine. Nothing in the drawer. I'm not gonna move every item that can be moved, but during the tutorial I thought maybe. Purified water. A bottle of pure drinking water. Its seal is still intact. So, as you can see, it's got the yellow seal thing, so it should be fine. I came up on this the wrong direction. I think the tutorial stuff is linked to particular areas you walk. Ground items. When West is not facing any interactable objects, press the interact button to interact with items on the floor. Pick up or drop items on the floor either by dragging and dropping or right-clicking on the item. Alright, so right-clicking will bring it to your inventory. Press the Get All button to pick up all items. Items can only be used once in West's inventory. Which seems like it kind of goes against the fact that I accidentally ate that candy bar immediately right out of the guy's desk. There's a water bottle. Man, I could use a drink. Well, I already drank something. Alright, so This way swings around. Whoa, holy crap. Inventory. Once he has a bag equipped, West can manage his inventory. The inventory is organized into 6 different categories. Some items can be used by double-clicking. The items can be moved around by dragging and dropping, or with the right mouse button. Stacks can be split by pressing left shift and the left mouse button. I gotta remember that. Drag and drop the same item on top of each other to stack them. There are different stack limits for each kind of item. Gamepad instructions are displayed in the inventory. So I guess you can play this with a controller as well. He won't need this anymore. Oh, a small side bag. Alright, so now we actually have an inventory. And I think what I'm going to do is... There we go. I'll put those into the bag instead of in the quick slots. So 50% thirst and 70% thirst, which I don't really, at the moment, feel the need to quickly access them as needed. So equipment, medical, food and drink, miscellaneous, materials, and data/keycard/facility. There is a pretty extensive crafting system in the game, so you can break things down to turn them into materials. So there is going to be quite a lot of stuff that doesn't really have a specific use other than that. Alright, I've been in that one. I have not been in this one yet. Nothing in the drawer. Let's give it a move. Alright, this one, it looks like it brings me over. I think this part where it's showing all the walls might be like an oversight by the developers, because every other part of the vents is just the vent. Alright, so now we're in that one cell off this side. Nothing on the floor, and nothing in the drawer anyway. And nothing under the desk. There are different zoom levels. I'm sticking close to him at the moment because I know that the tutorial area is vaguely safe. Nothing under that desk either. Alright, that looks like the way out, but there is actually one cell we haven't been in. Hold on, I feel like maybe there was an easy way into that one. Oh, right. Up here, maybe? Yeah. It's the one way I didn't go. Alright, so a lot of people in the jail seem to be just straight dead. Yeah, and he doesn't... There's nothing in here anyway. I don't know if either of those cells have a way to get out other than the vent, so let's just go through this way. Sprinting does take up stamina, as you can see, and I believe it also makes it, as stamina goes back up, it might deal with hunger, thirst, and fatigue more. Alright, so the red arrows mean the door is locked, white arrows mean you can open or close it. What happened here? Oh, damn it, I hit the tab button, which is the zoom in and out. Let me get back, there we go. Alright, another locked door there. It's the duty room for the guards. Maybe I can find something useful. Beds and chairs are what you get into to lower your fatigue meter, but time does pass. I'm not sure if contamination gets worse while you're sleeping, but it might. So in here we have a hacked keycard, a single-use keycard for hacking Class B locks, and a baton. This is a standard issue MPO security baton used by prison guards. 20 to 45 hit, 30 to 40 knockback, 20% critical, and things do have durability. And you can see, I can't tab over to it. Those 3 things in the recycle yield. That means if I punch this into a recycler, those are the materials I'll get for later on crafting stuff. So double click, and now I have a fancy little beat stick. You can just hit left click for a normal attack, or you can actually hold it down to charge it up, which I believe does more damage. Evaluation status update. Log, no, not evaluation, evacuation. Alright, so let's open that up. Gives us another journal entry. Evacuation status update. Outbreak Response Plan 11B status update, April 15th, 2053. Attention all security staff. The following is a status update regarding 11B. 92% of MPO's population is infected with the unknown agent. Infected can be identified by bioscan or rudimentary metal detector test if scanning equipment is unavailable. Metal detector? Jesus. The survivors that were ordered to report to security staff at Murray Space Center had made it there safely. According to their last report, there were 134 uninfected individuals, including security staff. MPO's emergency response team meeting was presided by 7 surviving council members. The present council members unanimously voted to shut down power for the entire city, excluding Murray Space Center and MPO prison. Why? Well, maybe they wanted to keep the power on in the prison just to keep the inmates in. Evacuation plans for the prison have been approved. The remaining staff and prisoners are to load onto trams and rally at Murray Space Center. Once at Murray, staff and prisoners will be assigned a shuttle. Proper safety procedures must be followed. All security staff and prisoners must wear proper IEVA suits before boarding shuttles, and NavCom diagnostics must be run before takeoff. Once approved for takeoff, all shuttles are to dock with Mars Orbital Station and await further instructions. Prisoners must be transported to Murray Space Center by 23 hours tomorrow, or are to be handled with extreme caution. Some of them were serving sentences for murder. They are not to be left unsupervised. We were actually sentenced for murder, even though, from what I understand, it is just a lab accident that happened. Again, do not leave any prisoner unsupervised during the transfer. We will closely follow protocol. We could very well avoid a complete catastrophe. James Warlick, Director of Security. And that's the one I already read. Alright. So now I've got a beat stick and a security card. Here we go. Locked doors. Locked doors can be opened using the appropriate keycard only. Search the area or look for clues in the logs to find the right keycards. Hacked keycards can be found all over MPO. There are normal keycards that you can just use repeatedly, but then the hacked ones are a single use, like the tooltip mentioned. Can be unlocked with a security card, hacked B, which I now have. I just want to double check to see if either of these... It's a Class C and a Class C. I wonder if I can come back to this area. Alright, so I've been through all of those and opened whatever doors I can. The power usage and environmental stuff, that I think will be explained in a little bit. But for now, let's just continue on. This can't be happening. Yeah, things got a little weird in the prison area. Let me just make sure that there's nothing laying on the floor around. Usually you can also visually spot when there is stuff on the ground, but not necessarily always. Yeah, the couches keep glowing because you can use them to take a little nap. Alright, I thought that weird orange pile of goo might have been a thing. Alright, I'm gonna zoom out a bit just in case there are monsters. What is that? 16% chance of contamination if I drink this water, so I'm not gonna bother. Is that like a crate of water? That's kind of weird. And it looks like none of the people that are in here and dead had anything on them. Oh, there we go. If you can see that, that is the first of the infected we're going to have to deal with. I do want to check out these other rooms before we deal with him. So let me just close that for now. Oh, here we go. Another purified water. I don't see anything. Oh, there's something over here. Roast beef. I'm not even sure if much of this was ever beef. It's sealed and safe from contamination, so it's not. So it's got that going for it. 70% hunger. That's going to be definitely a thing we deal with in the future. I'm hoping. Yeah, it looks like the circles around the different metrics are actual percentages. So I guess these 70... What was it? 70%? Yeah, the 70% hunger thing means that I should wait until it's almost all the way full before eating that. I believe that was everything that was in there. That's a door that needs another Class B. And there's another door over here. That needed a Class C. Right, so I guess now we have to go deal with that first mutant. Or infected guy. That door was already open. I didn't need to do that. I am going to turn off my light in the hopes that I can maybe sneak up on this guy. Alright, where is he? There he is. Alright. Oh, no, he saw me. Alright. He's down. Let me turn my light back on. Oh, we have some more floor stuff. Another roast beef. Very nice. Did it stack? Alright. Close that for safety for a minute. Nothing in that console. Or that one. Hacked keycard Class A. Storage. Ooh, pistol GIO core part. There is also... You can put guns and such together. I believe... I don't... Yeah, I can't use that as a weapon at the moment. It's just part of a weapon. But I will take that with me to craft later, maybe. Oh, here we go. Here's an actual pistol. A power pack, which those go there. And you have like a defensive shield you can enable, but that eats into that. Also, actual flashlights will eat into your power pack. I'm going to take another side bag. You can research it. A small Mars security satchel. It doesn't hold much, but it looks nice. Now all I'm missing is a man bun. Actually, you can put on several weapons. So I'm going to keep the baton for now and the pistol for later. The weapons, I don't believe they also have ammo. I think they eat into your charge pack as you use them. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. And another quick... Oh wait, I almost missed that. That one's empty too. Alright, so... I believe that was everything in the area here. Alright. Yeah, so I had that Class A security card. Nothing there. Time to get the hell out of here. Alright, and then a actual transition to another area of the tutorial level. Alright, stairwell does not look like it has anything, but there is... Yeah, I was just checking for the hell of it. Oh, it looks like the investigative thing also tells you where stairwell... Ooh, Jesus. Leaving this place. I made it to the administrative level of the prison, but I haven't seen a single person. Well, no one that's still breathing, anyway. The administrative area is where visitation and clerical work of the prison takes place, but it's also the main entrance to the prison. I was carted in here by the tram. I wonder if it's still operational. I might want to check out the oxygen and thermal regulation systems while I'm here too. Chances are I'll need to know what those look like if I ever need to do repairs. From the look of this place though, all hell's broken loose. I don't think that there will be any guards in here considering what I've seen so far. Hopefully there's still a weapon lying around here somewhere in case whatever's done this is still lurking around. I hope security measures aren't online anymore. Well, we actually already have a baton and a pistol, so we should be decent on weaponry. But it does actually look like I am out of time for this part. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.